Hello, it's me again, Charmaine. Hello, this is Charmaine again. Um, well, I woke up early this morning and I know God was ready for me to share some of the other dreams. Um, so my brothers and sisters who have been struggling, wondering, is Jesus coming? And wondering, is this all a hoax that people are saying Jesus is coming and having dreams? If it's true, um, yes, it's true. It's more than 100% true. He's coming. And you are right. Most of you are right. I mean, many people are right. Um, he's coming. It's prophesied that he's coming, and he's coming. And after he comes, then it will be the worst the world have ever seen. Jesus will not lie. Everything he has said has come to pass. And we do not have much time. The If you look at YouTube and look at the two preachers' videos, you would see beautiful cars are being washed away by floods of water. Now, when the rain falls, the rain is falling with heavy drops. It's not falling with a little raindrops, it's heavy drops of water. So the place is being flooded. So many different places of the world. India, Japan, um, Korea, so many places are being flooded. And it's not on the news. Why? Because people will realize what is in the Bible is coming to pass. We all are sleeping. I mean, we got to wake up and share what we saw on YouTube. What we saw on YouTube is devastating. Things are happening and they are not showing it on the news. One day would be too late if we are not ready when he comes. One day when he comes and we are not ready, we will be going and suffering, and just like so many people dream, there will be tearing people flesh apart, whatever. It would be worse. If Jesus said it would be the worst the world have ever seen, that means all the different disasters that happened from the beginning of time to now, to the time that the tribulation starts, it will that will be the worst. So that means it will be bad. I will not wish that on nobody, and I don't want to be here. All right, and I do not want anybody's blood to be on my head. All right, I am sure I made mistakes already, and I mean I would have to answer for some things. For example, I mean there's time that I'm sure God tell me do something, and I was scared to do it because I'm afraid someone will get mad at me. All right. I'm sure that I made mistake. I think I made mistake because I I'm a scared of I be scared of people because they might scream at me or something. But look how they treated Jesus. They treated Jesus so bad. But obviously he was ascended to the Father. He's he came. God came in the in the in the form of a man, a baby, and then a man, to save us from, to go back and take the keys from Satan, and the keys from Satan, and save us from hell if we let him, if we seek him with all our hearts, all our minds, heart and mind, yeah, and soul. We can't fool God. He's holy, holy. He can tell when we are lying. He created us. Yes, we disobey him, but we cannot fool him. Okay, so um, that's one moment. Let me just hold one moment. Yeah, for me to wake up at 3 o'clock this morning, or before, a little bit before 3 o'clock, um, and God is ready to talk to us. In one of my dreams, okay, I dreamt I was in a like a I don't know if it's a field or where I was and I don't know if it's three ladies. It was a few years ago. This is when it seems as if God opened my ear so that I can hear when He wants me to do something or say something. I know a lot of people would reject me, um, but that is recorded. That when they reject me, when eternity, when judgment day reach, God was might say, "Look, I sent someone to talk to you. Do you remember how you reacted? You didn't take it, the information." Just as how we could have a recording, He has much more than that. Okay. Um. All right. So back to the dream. I dreamt I was like in a field, and there's three ladies, but one of them came. I think it was three ladies, but one of them came and um, she took a white, this is all I remember in that dream. She took a white cloth and put it over my head and whispered in my ear. So this was a few years ago. So He opened my ear that he could talk to me and I hear him when he talks to me. Um, for example, when he talks to me in the Bible, I know he talks to me and I have to get up and do what he says. When he talks to me and tell me, um, don't commit adultery, your seed would lose their blessing. He talked to me. I was telling people, I don't know why I feel God talk to me. I was working at that time in the courthouse, Broward County Courthouse. And I told some of my friends and I told my family, God talked to me, that if I commit adultery, my seed would lose their blessing. And I felt foolish because people are like, "What are you talking about? You know, you just got divorced or whatever, whatever, right?" And I did just get divorced. I did just get divorced. All right. So, um, in God's eyes, I had gotten married without being together with the with my ex-husband. Okay? I got married without being together with him. So we didn't commit fornication. Fornication is sex before marriage. We did not do that. So we got married the old-fashioned way. We could never get divorced in God's eyes. All right? Even though the court divorced us, in God's eyes, we could never get divorced. I might be wrong, but I might be right because in my and I only have one life to live. Only one life. And it has whatever I do in this life, I have to answer for it. Not my mother, not my pastor, not my preacher, not my friend, not my nobody. Not even nobody. My husband don't have to answer for what I do. Nobody. My ex-husband, right? Because we divorced. All right. But in God's eyes, many of my dreams, I heard He said, "You and him are still married." I'm still married. It didn't say him, but one of my dreams, I was, all right, I'll give you that dream one. All right, let me tell you the dream, as I said. Um, This dream I was on like in Trinidad because yeah, in Trinidad. Um, 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 I went by my ex-mother-in-law or something. Um, and I was like on a hill because they live on a hill. Um, my ex-husband, my ex-ex-husband live on a hill, and um, I went there, and in my dream, I one of my husbands, I don't know which one of them. I have three husbands. All right, one of my husbands came with me, was there with me, and I was like was years and years ago. I dreamt this, so I was like, okay, I was like, um, when you hear my testimony and you hear other people's testimony, you would realize it's the same thing. It's the same kind of thing. God gives us dreams like that. The same kind of. Okay, let me just finish the testimony. You'll understand it. Some people might understand it. Some people might look at me and say, "Oh," they might judge me without. Don't judge our faces, our hair. Don't judge our bodies. One day, this is just a vessel God give us. One day there wouldn't be no more color. We wouldn't have no more. It wouldn't be no more race, no more country, no more zip code. All right, we would be in the eternal life. Okay, and we wouldn't have this body anymore. This body is just a temporary body to be tested by. It's like you went into a classroom and you're being tested. And you don't know why you're being tested, but you're being tested. And when you walk out of that room, the pencil, the paper, everything stays there. And it goes to be to the examiner to decide if you pass the test or not. You walk out of the room with nothing. The test is there. Just as when we die, we go back to the ground. We don't have any color, no more race, no more country, no more zip code. All right? We don't have nothing, no more food, no more car, no more house, nothing. We're going back to the dust that we were created from, and our soul going to be in the eternity for judgment day. All right? If either we pass the test or fail the test. This is because of Adam and Eve disobedient, we got separated from God. And because of Adam and Eve disobedient, sin and iniquity entered our veins. Iniquity is selfishness. For example, a child, you don't have to tell a child to be selfish. Don't have to tell a child to be envious. You don't have to tell a child to be greedy. You don't have to tell a child. The child naturally has that. What you have to do is discipline the child so that that could come out of their blood, a child. If we don't get rid of the iniquity, and we are all children, even though we are adults, all right. I had so much iniquity in me, and I still have, and I have to get rid. I don't know how. I mean, not I don't know how. I know how to get rid of it now. You know. All right. So, and I would share how to get rid of it. The devil doesn't want me to share because he doesn't want families to come back together. All right. But the only thing is, like in my situation, I got cleaned up. I got, I correct myself, but I still have faults still. I still have bad habits, bad faults in my veins, iniquity that I didn't get cleaned up. Because, of course, parents, it's a biblical thing. It's there in Proverbs in the Bible. Everybody know Proverbs. Uh, in the Bible, the where God talk, God guide, it's there for a reason. Don't spare the rod and spoil the child, Jesus said. All right, that saved me so much. Those few words that Jesus said, "Don't spare the rod and spoil the child," that saved my life with my children. Because if I did not know that, I wouldn't have been a good mother. I couldn't have be going through depression for 22 years and still take care of two boys. two of them became Marines. All right, United States Marines. How did I do that? Working for a small salary. I mean, how did I do that? Only because of God. I could have only do that because of God. I didn't do it because of, I couldn't do it. All right. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I have no reason to lie. There's no, there's no reason for me to lie. And I couldn't do this unless God wanted me to do this. So back to the dream. The dream that I was on a mountain, one of my husband, that's how I know I could never get divorced and all that. I know that because of what Jesus said. I go with what Jesus said and what God says. A lot of people go with what religion says. Religion is no more once we go back to the dust. If I die today and I go back to the dust, my time of on this earth is finished and I am going, the next is judgment. Okay? Heaven or hell. All right? And everything we do, we can't go against God because everything we do, He has a record of it. We can't say, oh, we didn't know. Oh, all the people we treat bad because they were talking about God or they were trying to tell us something to wake us up. According to YouTube, not YouTube, but the people that are sharing the testimonies on YouTube, and Jesus carried them to hell and showed them what the what the people will be suffering with, what will be happening to people in hell. According to that information that I have, even when I was going through depression, well, I mean, I'm still going through it still, but I don't know if I getting better today more and more, but because I do see an improvement every day, I get in a little bit, not every day, but every time I fight the treatment, helping me, helping me, helping me. All right, and so all right, in Psalm 18, there is where you see God said he would teach me that a bow of steel will be broken by my arm. That means God will heal me, as long as I listen and I go and do what he said to do. I get up and try, and that's what I do. That's why I survive. I mean, I surviving, yeah, back to the dream. Okay. So, I, okay, the dream, I was on a mountain, right? It's, I don't know if anybody knows. I know people will be seeing this video in Trinidad. Okay, my ex lived on a mountain, not a hillside, not mountain. I'm sorry, whatever, hillside, and it's called D-Bay Road. All right. Okay, so I dreamt I was somewhere on t- like I couldn't put it exactly where, but I knew it had to do with my ex and my mother-in-law and stuff. And to, I was standing there and I was like, I have to find out who is my husband, right? Um, okay, I haven't told this dream so long and I hope I remember everything. Yeah. And but it corresponds with some people that have dreams in on YouTube. There are a few people. When I listen to the dreams, I'm like, oh boy, God doesn't show himself, but you see the chair. I see the chair. I saw the chair. I didn't see anybody in it, but I know that was the person. I don't know. All I know is whatever. Okay, I'll finish the dream. So I in dreams, it seems as if when I'm running, I'm like, I could jump over a wall. Okay. So wherever I was, I had to run. And my husband, one of my husbands was with me in the dream. And I had to go look in my dream. I'm going to go I said I'm going to go um, to the city hall to find out who's my husband, whoever, whatever. And I said in my mind, in the dream, in my mind, if I go there, then the news will go with me because the police will come because I'll be going it's in the nighttime and I'm going into the city hall to find out who's my husband or if I'm still married or something like that. Whatever. I can't remember, but one of them, right? One of those reason I'm going into the city hall. Um, and I said in my mind, if it is, I'm still married, whatever. But yeah, I said, if I go there, then the police would come and I would find out who, because that way, I don't know why I was thinking like that in my dream. So I went. So I went running and the guy ran with me and I didn't see his face. I don't know who he was, but whoever it is, I know he was one of my husbands. So I'm going and going into the city hall and like it was like I walk up an aisle in a church. In the city hall it was like a church, right? And there was a big chair. Other YouTubers will who had dreams, some people I know I heard something similar. It's very about, like a chair and you don't see anybody, but I don't know, whatever. But this is what my experience. This was like a lot of years ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago. Yeah, I walked up in the aisle and I saw a big chair on the altar, on the church, on the altar, and I knew that whoever it is there would tell me who my husband is. So I walked up, and I heard a voice from up above, and the voice said, "You had three husbands. One of them, one of them you married twice to." So that means God really got us married twice, and I'll tell you how. Because I got married, my last husband, my last ex-husband, because he got married again. So my last ex-husband, and this is going to be on YouTube. If he sees it, well, he doesn't know anything about me. He doesn't know nothing about me, I think. All right? Because he married again, so that's his life. He lived his life. I only want to live my life so the way God wants me to live it. All right? So I don't want to interfere with his life, and I respect marriage. He got married again, and he got tired of waiting for me and he got married again, which is okay. All right? Okay. So, and another testimony, I have so much testimony. Another testimony you would hear, I would share where the the devil tried okay, whatever. I was tempted to somebody tried to tell me they can help me because my husband was going to give up on me. My ex-husband was going to give up on me. And I told that person, I don't care. I mean, not that I don't care, but I saw God eyes in the sky. I told her long before I met my husband, I saw God eyes in the sky. And he said, don't ask nobody for help. I would help you. That's why I am not going to nobody for no help because it's of the devil. It's not of God. All right? Anything we do, it should be natural, not with candles and this and that. We don't know what kind of entity you bringing into your home when you light candles and all those things. Anything you do, do it for God. Only God. God doesn't need a light. He's the light of the world. He doesn't need anything. He doesn't need it. The fallen angel that is above, they're in the sky, they're fallen or under the earth, they will try to, be careful. We have to be careful. God never told me to light a light and a candle and all that. He'd never tell me to do that. I don't recommend those things because we don't know. I really don't know. I have no answer. I don't have any answer. But what I'm trying to say is that this lady was like, "Oh, I can help you," and he's going to give up on you. I was like, "Well, let him give up. I know I am not feeling well. I still sick, and I do not want nobody to help me. I saw God eyes in the sky years before I met my husband, my ex-husband, and God told me, I heard his voice. I'm lucky to see that, to see God eyes in the sky. And I heard his voice, and he said, "Don't ask nobody for help. I'll help you." The lady was like, but if he would help you, what about if he sent me to help you? I was like, he didn't tell me he gonna send you to help me. So I am not, don't worry about me. I'm fine, you know? And I wouldn't be here today. I mean, who knows? I am so glad thank God he talked to me. Thank God, because you know, I wouldn't have go. I mean, I don't want to go to nobody to get no help because I know it's like selling your soul to hell, to Satan. I am not doing that. I see what happened to biblically to Saul in the Bible, who was the first king of Israel. He God was really angry what he did. Okay, you get power from God, you get discipline from God, you get chastised from God. You say, "Oh, fake Father," which I got chastised from God for 22 years. This is going to be 22 years or 23 years. I got chastised from God. I deserve it. And I'm not going to tell God, "Oh, I'm the one. I should have studied my Bible. I should have talked to my pastor. Is abortion bad?" I shouldn't have just take it for granted that just do a little bit of research conveniently. I should have researched more, do my homework so I can pass the test. We all have to do our homework. We don't have more time. Just like a child, when a child is in school or you have exams, you have to study to pass the test. And if the test require 100%, you gotta study hard to pass that test. This test of life, it's less than a day in the span of eternity. It's much less than a day in the span of eternity. And if we don't pass this test, we are going to hell because of Adam and Eve. Not because of It's because of Adam and Eve. What they did, they made mistakes, and it in our blood, and we can't help it because we can't help it. But God give me knowledge to share with the world now. You could give yourself papa and get rid of that iniquity. When you see how easy it is, and you do it, you will be so happy. Because then if you have a wife or a husband, and when they call you and like they call you and they tell you, "Oh, why are you late?" Instead of being rough with her or rough with him, and you were rough with them, you said it rough to them and hurt their feelings. You give yourself papa for that, 3 on each hand or 4 on each hand, and with no pain. Just you must hit it like with no pain. But you don't have to no pain. You use the small spoon, not no wooden spoon. I experienced already. I tried a wooden spoon with one of my sons, and it was like Satan come, and it was evil, pure evil, and I could have recognized it one because of the way my son reacted. So Satan is real, and we are in the end times. So you got to use something that is the end times. So you got to use something like really hard, and like the little spoon we eat with, you can use that. And you give yourself, "Stop talking rough to my wife. Stop talking rough to my wife." And unexpectedly, you be shocked. You wouldn't talk rough to her anymore. All right. And vice versa. Women who are rough for their husband, because how can you just say that iniquity is so evil? It's in our vein. Um, how could you be rough with somebody who love you? That's why they wish that you could come home. If they don't love you, they'll be like, "I ain't even calling him or calling her," whatever, right? I mean, sometimes, yeah. So you gotta get rid of that because we gotta get clean up to put on our white clothes with no stains, as Jesus say. Otherwise, He's showing us out, and where there's gushing of teeth. All right, that has another dream. The gushing of teeth that Jesus talked about, I had a dream about that. Okay, I heard, I knew somebody, whatever. I will tell you another in another dream, another testimony. That dream, that dream I dreamt there was monsters that came into my sister's house, and me and my son had to run. They came in. They came with two. They came in a big SUV. Okay, hold on one moment. Oh, yeah, they came in a SUV, and this is in Dania in Florida. All right. They came in front. I mean, I dreamt I was by my sister. My son was there. This was a few years ago, maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago. At that time, in the dream, my son was small. Now he's so taller than me, right? Um, that's my younger son. I have two sons, right? He was small. And all I knew in the dream, this is so strange that I dreamt gushing of teeth. All right. I knew it would, the monsters were gushing of teeth. Exact things that Jesus said. How could I have that? How could I don't, 22 years of going through depression, you don't really want to. Yes, I could have picked up the Bible at that time, but I was still lazy to do anything like that. But now it's like I can't, whatever. Okay, so I dreamt I was by my sister, and nobody, I didn't see anybody, right? But it was like the apartment was empty. She had a duplex at that time. The apartment was empty, like, and I saw a table in the middle. Whatever, I didn't look at anything until I look at see the SUV van pull up in the yard, and two monsters was coming out. I knew it was two monsters. All right, and they were coming to kill or something, right? Whatever they were coming to do was evil. And me and my son, I pulled my son under the table. Me and him went under the table. And my sister this is a dream. I don't remember my sister having a long tablecloth over a table, but somehow there was a table there and a tablecloth over it. So me and my son just once go under the table and around it in the apartment. I knew the monsters were like they all I knew in the dream, they were gushing her teeth. That's all I knew in the dream. All right. So as I tell you, God opened my ears. So I don't know if he just let my spirit know if the gushing her teeth was happening. And I woke up. All right. That was scary, but at least I was hidden underneath the table, under the table, protected by the tablecloth. Um, so I didn't see anything. All I knew it was they came and they were gushing their teeth in the apartment. All right. Okay, back to the dream. Yeah. Okay, this is the part that the other dream with I went me and my one of my husbands went into this. Okay. Hey, all right.